In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the best possible advice for making decisions about what you want to do in your career and work. So let's crack on. My name's David Yeabsley, and I'm going to help you to stay of relevance and of value for the rest of your working career. This YouTube channel is dedicated to future-proofing yourself. And if that sounds of interest, so you can enjoy a happy and prosperous career, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and we can work together on your future-proofing journey. So, where do you possibly go for the best possible advice? Well, certainly not your parents. My children would never come to me for advice, although they do a little bit more now. It's more that I go to them. Go and look in the mirror, because normally the best person to give you some advice is yourself. But before you do that, go and perhaps give advice to a friend. Go and find a friend who's having a bit of a hard time, or perhaps they're not sure in what they want to do with their careers. What advice would you give them? And it's quite an interesting exercise, because you will go and say exactly the same things that your mentors, your teachers, your lecturers, your parents, other people that, or anybody else who wants to lecture you and giving you advice, and go and give some advice to someone else. But when you've given that advice, go home, look in the mirror, and just say to yourself, do I take my own advice? Now, because I do a lot of coaching and mentoring and help people out in companies and help them deciding on their careers and helping them make decisions in business, now I give wonderful advice. David's brilliant at giving advice. He gets paid for it and does quite well out of it. Thank you very much. But when I get back in the car or when I get home, that's where David needs to go and look in the mirror and say, okay, David, you were brilliant today. You've given all that advice, you've pointed them in the right direction, they loved everything you said, that's all great. But David, are you taking your own advice? Because we're all very good at giving other people advice, but do we take our own advice? And that's where I'd like you to start. Go and start giving yourself or giving other people some advice. Then when you've done that, go and look in the mirror and say, right, what advice do I need to give myself? Write it down. And that'll be a lot of where a lot of your answers need to be. And perhaps that isn't what you were expecting, but I think it's a good way of starting out. And then once you get comfortable with that, perhaps we will go and listen to other people around us as well. So that's the fourth video in this series of getting yourself up and running. So I hope you've enjoyed those videos. We did the introduction video, and then we've done the other 4 videos in looking at what we're good at, what we're not good at, where to get advice from, to decide which career. But the importance of getting out there and getting started is really important. As we've said, things that we want to look for in our work that we're going to enjoy so we can make the right choices. And yeah, lastly, when we need some advice, go and look in the mirror, because a lot of the answers you will have, you've just got to take responsibility for them and no procrastination. Make things happen. Enjoy the journey.